Ah. Woo! Whee! Welcome. Hey guys! Welcome to Worlds Told. My name is Jason, aka Solstice, and today is a Let's Create. We're going to be spending the next 2 hours working on projects, getting stuff that we've been trying to get done, or at least continued. You know? I'm going to be working on some video editing, and I believe we're getting things done. That's right. It sounds like Breaku is going to be working on some GitHub action integration for Zen to getting things done. Nonsense. Getting things done is a form of Zen. Bring it together. That's right. 3 stars. 3 stars. I learned how to read Jason long ago. When I got that name, I was like, you know what? I got to figure out how to spell this thing. And I've been reading Jason ever since. Jason v. Jason. You know what? Heard that a couple times. Once or twice in my career as a computer guy. Only once or twice, though. That's it. No more, no less. So what's everybody working on today? What are the projects du jour? This is the 3rd time. Britt, what are you going to be working on? It's Aaliyah. Hey, Leah. How you doing? What's your project du jour? What's everybody working on tonight? What is everybody spending their 90 minutes on? Currently cramming food into my body. After that, I will be working on a snake brooch. Briku's working on 3 stars to blue sky. Nice. I'm assuming you're typing Git, which is interesting because does that mean that autofilter is going, you know what? We can't be using British slurs, even though they're also the term for a common repository. I don't know. Is that what you're typing? Is that what's going on? Britt is working on a bow staff musical kata. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Particularly one that works well with my dual blade lightsaber. Nice. Yeah, I saw your Blue Sky post earlier today about wanting to get back into some lightsaber work. That'll be pretty cool. It's not letting you see my link to... Oh, yeah. We don't allow links unless you're qualified. Unless you're a qualified linkologist. We don't want, people to fall into scary traps. We're tired of Riku's Amway schemes. Trying to get people to join his pyramid. This is anti-Midwest bias. That's right. Exactly. Briku has misled people. What are you talking about? That's part of his charm. Yeah, exactly. See, what do you mean, May? That's right. Brit's trusted. That's right. It's because she's a silly goose. You can trust a silly goose. They're the silliest and the goosiest. Briku shouldn't be trusted, but that's why I trust him. It's a serious goose? Oh my goodness. Brett, are you being a serious goose in this time of silliness? How are we going to survive? How are we going to survive with all these serious gooses? Oh, does he have a goose top? Hold on, I got to see this. I'm on a slightly different screen. Let me mouse over. I can see. Oh my God, you're right. Look at that. Ripped by one serious goose. Oh my, you brought out the heavy gear. You brought out the biggins. That's business goose right there. Don't mess with business goose. All right, so for those of you who have not participated, and as a reminder for those of you that have, here's how this works. This isn't like my normal stream. Number one, it's about an hour earlier. But number two, it's also a little bit shorter, because what we want to do is make sure that it's short enough that people that want to do this can find the time to do this as many times, or as many, you know, Let's Creates as they can. So it's shorter, more concise, and it's a little bit heads down. So the first 15 minutes, of which we are currently in, we kind of get warmed up, sit down, hang out, say hi to everybody. Hi, everybody. We talk about what we're going to be working on, what we hope to do today. And then at roughly the 15-minute mark, we will be then kicking off a 90-minute timer. I'll put it on the screen. I'm going to go mute. My stream is basically going to be mute except for some music. Chat's going to be there. And we just start working. We start working on our projects. If you need a little breaky break, you know, feel free to type with chat. You got something that's sticking, type with chat, see if they've got an opinion. I will also be in chat. After those 90 minutes, we're going to come back together. We're going to see how we did. If people ran into like creative blocks, we could talk about that. If we were really proud of something we got done, we'll share that. It's going to be fun. And then once we're done with that 15, off we go back into our worlds. But yeah, that's the whole goal. So you got 4 minutes. Hurry, be sociable. Hurry, quick. Time is of the essence. Be relaxed and enjoy yourself at breakneck speed. Let's go. Yeah, today I'm going to be working on continuing my editing, which I actually haven't touched since I think the last Let's Create 2 weeks ago, because I was really kind of spending a lot of my creative energy on prepping for the Sando stream that we had a couple days ago. So I was working on, I think part of my last Let's Create, I was working on the stickers for the, you know, for the sandwiches. Then between, like, most of my free time was either testing out equipment, making sure that I could stream it correctly from the kitchen into the studio, and making sure the audio worked. And so I did spend some time on creative stuff, but not on the thing I've been trying to get out the door, so to speak. So I'm really kind of looking forward to getting back into this. But honestly, I'm looking at like the timeline stuff right now, and it looks foreign to me because it's been so long since I've really made that my priority. Truth be told. Truth be told. That's right. Eat fast. Yeah, honestly, I ordered from DoorDash at 4:30 because I knew it'd get here around like 5, because I knew I'd be rolling by 5:45 to get everything ready. So I was just like, I always have to make sure like I got that gap. Like I know a lot of people when they're, you know, doing their streams or prepping their streams, like they're just like, oh yeah, I could do it right after work. You know, it's like I get off at 5, I'll start it at 5:15. I'm like, dude, what about that interim where, what about eating food and, you know, prepping your stream and stuff? I'm always amazed when, you know, I think it's that energy of youth, or maybe they, you know, they're just not as like, I don't know, heavy on the methodicalness that I tend to try to do every time I'm like, I'm a process guy. So it's like, I always have a process when I'm spinning up for the day. Maybe they're just like, you know, flip the switch, off they go, boop, bop, beep, boop, bop. But for me, I always feel like, man, 1 minute or 1 hour between finishing work and starting a stream, that just sounds like so little time, man. So little. Related, one of my co-workers is from the Midwest, and we were eating lunch while talking about a project. Stops in the middle of talking about the project and say, excuse me, do you actually like broccoli? Well, that's out of left field. Where did that come from? And actually, speaking of Midwest, I was watching a React video. There's this guy who lives in Portugal, and he does React videos of US culture and food and stuff, because he really kind of digs US culture. And so it's always kind of a positive vibe, which is kind of nice. You know, it's nice to know, you know, someone likes us out there. And he was watching one where the Jolly crew, this is one of their most recent videos, the team from Jolly went to a Midwestern couple's house and tried a whole bunch of comfort food. and they had something I haven't even thought of in like 20 years, and now I want to make it this weekend. Scotcheroos. Scotcheroos. I haven't had Scotcheroos in literally 2 decades, and I got to make some this weekend, and I'm going to feel horrible afterwards because they are so heavy, but they are so good. Basically, it's Rice Krispies, peanut butter, corn syrup whipped together. So it's kind of like Rice Krispie treats, except that's like the base of it. So instead of marshmallows, it's peanut butter and corn syrup that kind of do the heavy lifting for that, and some sugar in there, of course, because you know it's a Midwestern treat. And then the top has butterscotch and chocolate chips melted into basically a chocolatey looking top, and you just layer it on top, put it in the fridge, wait for it all to cool off, and then you chop it into little squares. So they're like little brown Rice Krispie treats with a chocolatey top. They are so fucking good. I was also a big sucker for butterscotch growing up, so they were like one of my favorite things anytime someone would make them. But yeah, they're some hefty motherfuckers, and oh, they're so good. They bring so much joy to any household before everyone dies from a coronary infarction. It's fun to say. Infraction. But yeah, they're so good. So Briku doesn't know about the Scotcheroo. I mean, we found the limits of his Midwesternness. Now he's a hefty Midwestern. I will never claim to take away his Midwest card. He is born and bred, but I think we finally found something that does not intersect his Midwestern-tude. I wonder if it's more northern Midwest, because they were having him in Michigan. I definitely had him in Wisconsin. Maybe they didn't go past that parallel. Like they didn't go down into Illinois. They didn't go down into Indiana. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, we get colder up there, man. We need heartier food, you know. Pot roast only goes so far, you know what I'm saying? Gotta, you know, fill them thickies up. Make myself even bigger. Bulk up for the winter. But goddamn, they are a treat. They're good. All right, look at this time. Yeah, it was -1 pre-wind chill. Yeah. Oh, okay. One last thing, and then we're gonna kick off. One other thing that I ran into is on a friend of mine's streamer Discord. Someone was commenting about the fact that they were up to, what was it, forecast of 8 inches, and they hadn't called off work that day at the office. And he's like, what the hell? And I was like, oh man, that's one of the most interesting dichotomies of living here versus Wisconsin, because growing up in Wisconsin, it could be 18 inches and you're still going to school. The thing that's going to stop school is basically the wind chill. Like if it gets down to -15 with wind chill, that's when you start hearing school and stuff is shut down. It could be like 24 inches of snow, you know, overnight. And they're like, okay, well, you know, make sure you're wearing boots, but you know, you're going. That's the end of that. But the moment it, you know, finally gets cold enough, that's where they're like, okay, hold on. You know, your car might die, and then you would afterwards. So yeah, okay, stay home. So that was one side. And then the other side, of course, is here in Seattle. I mean, we've got 15 plus degree pitches. We're also, when we get snow, it'll almost instantly start melting. So if you get a layer, it's guaranteed to become ice. And so like the moment you get an inch here, everything's done. Oh, and we have no infrastructure. Well, we have some. We have a very little amount of infrastructure for snow. And so it's amazing the differences between those two. And it just kind of blows my mind, you know, like how drastically different in the same country it can be. But it's crazy. For us, if the bus couldn't run, school was canceled. Yeah, there you go. They got the fleet of plows running day and night. You'd be fine. Exactly. Well, that's the thing. It's like the only way you might be able to get, and this would be like convincing your parents to call you in. It wouldn't be school closing. It'd be your parents calling in so you wouldn't have to go to school. That is if the snow started late enough that it backs up the driveway, because then they don't have the time to get it all, shoveled, or you, depending on how old you are. And therefore they're like, all right, I'll call you in, but you better be doing schoolwork. Like, sure. The first winter trip to Seattle, I learned that Seattle leased their plows to Portland. That makes sense. Plows block your driveway with snow. It's always so funny to me. Yeah, the fight. The fight. You clear it out, and then you come back, and it's like, oh, look at that. Nice fresh heap. That in the driveway, or the parking lot heaps. Like in April, you get those big white mountains with a bunch of like black sooty crap all around them. Man, they're so great. They're awesome. Oh yeah. Oh, it's good times. All right, enough of this quality bonding. We're here to be creative, and this is our creative selves distracting us with quality entertainments and fun times. We're gonna get creative, guys. We're gonna get creative. Okay, so here's what we're doing, because this is another thing I was late on. We're gonna type up. Let's see. I got my 90 minute timer. Bring that guy up. Now we're gonna make that appear. Oh my god! Now I've got a dog attacking my leg because he wants attention. That son of a bitch! How dare he? No one said he could have attention. Oh yeah. Let's pause that. Refresh. There we go. And there we go. One sec. Oh my god. Do your job. Do your jorb. What's wrong with you? Oh, hold on. Let's do it this way. That's probably even easier. There we go. That's like way easier. Oh, is it not big enough? No, that can't be. It's gotta be big enough. Sorry, I'm trying to make the timer appear. This is why I want to turn it into a, what's it called? An overlay, but I just haven't had the time to do that yet. Ain't got the time. Okay, that's looking right. Doesn't help. Doesn't help at all. Oh, I found it. My god, that was dumb. It helps if I make it visible. That's literally the only problem. That was the only problem I was running into. It just was not visible because I'm a dummy. Dummy guy, dummy. Okay. Zoop. All right. We found it, guys. We found it. I'm like, why? It shows the outline. Why can't I see it? Oh, did you make it visible? Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. Took out a beating mat, so the kitten has begun his assault. Yeah, the pets get really kind of ornery when you're not giving them the attention instead of your quality stuff. All right, guys, here we go. I'll see you on the other side. Chat will be available. Boom. I'm going to stretch this a little bit. There we go. All right, muting up. I'll see you on the other side. And with that, the time is up. Huzzah! Not bad. Not bad. Well, I was able to get some stuff done. I got a bunch of cutting done. Still got a lot to shoot, though, so not as much organization. Also got some... took the script and actually started making some notes about where I can shoot some of the other missing footage. I also realized that part of the thing I was going to do is sort of like a mockumentary thing where his family gets interviewed, but it doesn't make any sense because this ad is actually being created by Jake. So I'm going to have to think about that a little bit in terms of how I want to do it. I still want to do that. I want to introduce the rest of the family in this little intro, but I have to do it from Jake's point of view, not this sort of third person point of view, because it kind of knocks out the point, you know? So that's kind of what I realized. And I also got I have some mental snapshots and then I've got some real ones, because literally about 2/3 of the way through all the snapshots I was taking, I realized that the snapshot button I was pressing wasn't working. So I've got some up here, and then I've got a few that are actual physical snapshots, but I did take notes, so at least I wouldn't lose track of them. But hopefully I'll be able to correlate them with the locations I found those spots for some of the stuff with the family. Finally, I've been here all night waiting to hear that sweet, sexy voice, right? Yeah. It's a deep, old, tired voice. Very attractive. Yeah. So how about you guys? What did you get done? What did you accomplish? Did you run into any roadblocks? I ran into a roadblock involving looking for pens. That's right. Family. Damn it, Tom. What'd you guys get done? What did you accomplish? What did you accomplish? I know you guys got some stuff done. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that drawer. So Leah posted in Just Chatting the drawer of, God, look at all the scissors. That's a lot of scissors. And spare glasses. Ooh. So I was able to add Font Awesome to my blog. That's Font Awesome. I put a picture in the Discord. It doesn't look like massive progress, but every scale is hand sewn twice, so it's a lot. Oh, I want to see. So if you're interested in seeing said images, ! Discord in the chat will bring up a link. Feel free to join us in the Discord. Talk about games, pop culture, video games, tabletop games, and of course, creativity. Dang, that's actually pretty impressive, I say. That's looking pretty good. I like the green like accent on the sides of those like silvery scales, gunmetal scales. It's pretty cool. Finally found a spot to build my base. Nice. I'm just not allowed to say what I'm playing and how it plays. That's fair. That's fair. Thanks. I thought that would be fun. Yeah, it looks good. I like the attitude. I like it's got a good vibe to it, you know? Good vibe. I like good vibe. Very good. Anybody else make anything? Oh, yeah, one other thing that happened, which I noticed, at least I think it was Leah that noticed. I apparently was having some NPC come on to me while I'm trying to find scouting locations. What's really impressive is in Star Citizen now, the NPCs, if you get two of them near each other, they'll start having conversations. So it was really weird because I sat down to try to find a good spot, found a spot, was taking some pictures, which of course were broken. And then an NPC sat next to my character, and I was just like, okay, if this was real life, I'd be like, are you flirting with me? You know, it was kind of hilarious. And, you know, she just sat there, she's just an NPCing. And then I got up and walked away. And just as I was about to walk away, this other guy comes over and they start having a conversation. I'm like, dude, you just had to ask. You know, you didn't have to wait for me to leave. If you're interested, look, I'm just here for pictures. My roadblock has been on activating GitHub Actions. GitHub Actions can be pretty tricky, I gotta say. Like, it's one credit I will give to visualstudio.com is that their actions are pretty much automated. But the nice thing is, once they work in GitHub, they just work, you know? So once you get past that hump, bang, bang, boom, it's off and running. But I would say this was a pretty successful overall Let's Create. I am HO. In my HO, so to speak. I'm very happy with how far we got. I definitely need to revise, I think, the script, which is something I can definitely sit down to work on, which is good. I'm glad to see so many people show up this week and work on their own projects, which is the whole point of this. Like, the nice thing is, because of the fact that at the very least I'm working on my own thing, there's no such thing as a wasted Let's Create session. But it's always better, you know, when I know that other people are, you know, creating along with. I mean, that's the whole point. That's the power, you know. It's everybody's working on their own things, but it's always kind of nice to know that other people are working on stuff together, you know. We're all here, we're all pals, we're all buds. We're all making our nerdy differences in the world. So thanks for that. Thanks for making my day, that's for sure. Let's see. Worth noting, the rest of this week, in terms of streams, is going to be No Man's Sky, because the new expedition for Worlds Part 2 came out last week. And so my next couple of streams, at least, possibly a third, will be working on that expedition. That's going to be fun. And yeah, we'll be getting some more Let's Creates in a couple of weeks. Week from next Tuesday. Also, I'll probably be putting out a ping in Discord, because we're getting close enough. I'm going to need to start doing some of these shots that actually have multiple people in the background and stuff. So if you got Star Citizen and are interested in hopping in to be an extra in these little shoots that I'm doing, yeah, join the Discord for that reason at the very least, you know. But I think for now that kind of covers it. And look at that, 8 o'clock on the nose. That is 2 hours. We kicked so much ass. Things have been productive. We had Git actions being worked on. We had scales being scaled. We had videos being edited. And we also had a few people just hanging out, big chilling. And that's freaking awesome. Well, I hope you guys had a good time. I hope you guys had a productive time, those that decided to hop on and join and have some fun. But for now, I'm going to wrap this sucker up. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys mañana. Oh, and so we'll hold on. There we go. This guy, he'll be there tomorrow too. He's a good boy. Look at him. Look at that sweet little guy. Have a good night, guys. 07s to y'all.